Hey, welcome back everybody. Couple quick changes that you probably noticed is that turn the volume on the score and the radio's all the way down. What happened was I uploaded my little character creation video and it got dinged for some of the score that was in it. I don't really know how the big guys, you know, the PewDiePies and the Game Grumps of everybody else's are able to pull that off, but you know, maybe that's part of the learning curve. Just figure out how to play a game and still be able to listen to it. Anyway, so what we're doing right now is we're just gonna borrow some of the things that Doc Mitchell has been nice enough to leave laying around his house. No stim packs for us. I know when I loot, I try to go for better than 1 weight for 1 cap ratio. So there'll be lots of books and cups and all kinds of other crap that just leave laying around. Because a lot of times weight is an issue. In this particular playthrough, I've availed myself of the benefits of using mods to give us a pretty good weight handling bonus. You know, it says here that we can carry 310. And that's just because inventory management and weight and stuff like that, while, you know, more immersive part of the game, it just sort of gets irritating when you want to, you know, do some adventuring. So right now we're just going to kind of grab everything that's not nailed down to make up for the fact that we're starting with pretty bare bones. And then hopefully the local town merchant will give us some caps for all the dock stuff. I've never done a playthrough with the sound and the radio turned off. I've definitely had them turned down, and there's certain times where you just don't have the radio on because it's just kind of weird. Well, I think they did a great job with the soundtracks. There's certain songs that just get really repetitive, and it's unfortunate that we're not going to be able to hear our spurs jingle jangle jingle and, you know, Big Iron, which is my personal favorite song on this particular soundtrack. But with all that stuff gone, you get to kind of really appreciate some of the sound design. I've played hundreds of hours on these games, and I've never once actually listened to the sound that the chemistry set makes, so that's kind of neat. Alright. Don our chapeau. Okay. Nope. So this is one of the features of the mod. Give you kind of a neat overlay for if you're wearing glasses or helmets or visors or anything. Again, it's nice, it's immersive. I think it's also a little bit distracting, so we're just gonna get rid of that for now. The main mod that I'm using is this one right here, Project Nevada, that I accidentally misnamed last episode. So let's see here. Here we go. I think that's got it. Yep, there we go. Alright, so let's take a look at beautiful downtown Good Springs. One of the downsides of this game is every time you go in or out of a building, change floors, a lot of loading.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle? Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need. I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick. Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that. I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy. I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any. Happy trails!
Alright, so that's our erstwhile savior, Victor. Some inventory management, as far as if you want to transfer things from quest hub to quest hub and you don't want to carry them all around. Unfortunately, my couriers have a tendency to have a fairly unhealthy diet. Drink a lot of Sunset Sarsaparilla, extensively in hopes of in hopes of finding as many of the star bottle caps as possible, as quickly as possible. So we're just having kind of a look around, see if any of the mod content has made our starting area any different. Looks like we got ourselves a ridiculously powerful gun of some sort. No ammo for it. but it's a pretty nasty looking piece of material. This gun here we get as part of the Ranger trait. It looks like it's built on the Ranger Sequoia model, which is a pretty nice gun to have early on. It takes 357 rounds, which, even though we don't have any right now, are usually pretty plentiful. Alright. Things first, I want to make sure nobody's peeking at us. See what we can find. I may eventually download a mod, see if we can't get one of these puppies working. They look pretty cool. Ooh, look at all this. Nice. Let's take a look in the general store. Yeah, everything here is for sale, but you gotta pay. No freebies like Doc's house.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for. Take it easy now.
So, unfortunately,
You looking to buy some supplies?
seems like we still have to hunt those radios down and shut them off pretty quickly. Hopefully avoid getting flagged.
The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. He had a bunch of Great Khans with him, probably hired guns. The Great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up northwest, on account of them being enemies with the NCR. Twice. Both times I drank a lot of liquor and lost most of my caps at the card tables. In that order, now that I think about it. If you ever get to New Vegas, be sure to visit Gomorrah. It's the best casino in the city. You won't regret it. Word of advice. Behave. Between the NCR military police and Mr. House's robots, you don't want to be causing trouble on the Strip. I'm afraid I don't know much myself. Mr. House has got his own casino, Lucky 38, but nobody goes in or out except his robots. The other casinos follow Mr. House's rules, so I guess that makes him the leader of New Vegas. As far as I know, nobody's ever laid eyes on the guy. I think that robot who pulled you out of the dirt belongs to Mr. House. If Mr. House is looking after you, it's got to be a good thing, right? They're tough sons of bitches. Mean, but not crazy. They'll leave you alone unless you got something they want. The Great Khans deal in illegal chems. There's a good chance that most chems you come across were made by Great Khans.
All right.
Can do.
Well, these look pretty good, but I don't have any of that, so we may end up selling those for money. For any of you who have never played this game, and maybe you'll decide to pick it up after, always check to see if a merchant has any bobby pins, because they're super cheap, but they're really invaluable. Just grab as many as you can. I'm going to keep the pencils because I have a sneaking suspicion that I'll want them later on. Same thing with scrap metal for now. I usually keep purified water, Nuka-Cola, and Sunset Sarsaparilla as far as for food healing. I have a tendency to sell all the booze that I get. Well, let's see what he has.
Another satisfied customer. Take it easy now.
Alright, so we gotta list ourselves a little bit of money, a little bit of ammunition. Let's go see about finding Miss Sunny Smiles. See what we can learn. Alright, well, see you in the next one.